Well, good morning to you. Happy Monday, Manna to you. Hope you're doing great. I want to talk to you this morning from Acts 6:4. Acts 6:4 is the disciples speaking, and they say, "We have given ourselves continuously to prayer and the ministry of the word." The disciples are speaking, they say, "We've given ourselves continuously to prayer and the ministry of the word." I want to take a little bit of time today to talk about the importance of prayer in the life of the believer. I want to tell you something that without prayer, we are powerless. Without prayer, we are purposeless. And without prayer, we are not able to connect with the Father's heart. Prayer is our language. It is the heartbeat of who we are as believers. And it should be our first language. You know, everyone has a language that they're born in. For a believer, that language that they're born in is the language of prayer. Is that language that we communicate with God. And the scripture says continuously. That means it's without ceasing. Now, what does that mean? I don't go to work. I don't have other conversations. No, you have other conversations. You go to work. But your heart is in a constant place of connection with God. That means I start my morning talking to the Lord. I'm talking to the Lord before any major decision. I'm talking to the Lord all day. Sometimes my prayer language says, "Lord, help me. Lord, help me. Lord, give me grace for what's going on. Lord, give me the victory. Remind me that I'm victorious." That prayer language, that constant connection with God allows us to stay in the Spirit, which is our natural place. It stays in the presence of God. And it allows our connection with God to always be accurate. It also makes us sensitive to his spirit. When we're in prayer constantly, we can hear God better. God doesn't have to interrupt our day to get our attention. He's already in our day. And so he can begin to speak and direct much easier than having to interrupt your day. But if you're far and you're not connecting with God, you're not praying, well, you're out of your natural habitat. And you're not able to hear God the way you need to. So it's important, child of God, that you are committed to prayer. And prayer is sharing your heart, sharing the things going on about you, talking about the things that are concerning you. Don't spend time worrying about things. That's wasted energy. Don't spend time being concerned about things or in your natural mind try to figure out things that are much bigger than you. Learn to turn everything into prayer. Everything. You're worried about your child? Don't sit there and worry, what am I going to do? What's going to happen? No. Turn that into prayer. You're worried about your marriage? Turn it into prayer. You're worried about your job? Turn it into prayer. You're worried about your health? Don't sit there and read doctor's reports and medical bills and all kinds of things. Turn it into prayer. And make one of your biggest prayers to know Jesus more. Let that be your biggest prayer. Lord, I want to know you more. Because as you know him more, some of the things that we worry about and concerned about begin to melt away in the beauty of who he is. Because the bigger Jesus gets, the much smaller these other things get. So begin to pray every day, Lord, I want to know you more. I want to be more like you. I want to know you more. Reveal yourself to me greater. And as you do that, man, your life will explode with the presence of Jesus. So make yourself understand the words of the disciples and make that your commitment as well. They committed themselves continuously to prayer and the ministry of the word. You do the same, child of God. Commit yourself to prayer and the ministry of the word. Allow your prayer language to be your first language. Have a great week, everybody. Be prayerful, be vigilant, knowing that God has good things for you. Have a great week.